Ernest Hemingway, 1899 to 1961, was an American novelist, short story writer, and journalist known for his distinctive writing style, adventurous lifestyle, and significant influence on 20th century literature. Early life, 1899 to 1917. Born on July 21, 1899, in Oak Park, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago. Grew up in a conservative upper-middle-class household. Enjoyed outdoor activities like hunting and fishing, which later influenced his writing. Wrote for his high school newspaper, showing early interest in journalism and storytelling. World War I and early writing career, 1917 to 1925. In 1917, he skipped college and became a reporter for the Kansas City Star, where he developed his concise writing style. In 1918, he volunteered as an ambulance driver for the Red Cross in World War I. Wounded in Italy and fell in love with a nurse, Agnes von Kurowski, an experience that inspired A Farewell to Arms, 1929. After the war, he worked as a journalist and moved to Paris in the early 1920s, becoming part of the lost generation of expatriate writers. Mentored by Gertrude Stein, befriended F. Scott Fitzgerald, Ezra Pound, and James Joyce. Published The Sun Also Rises, 1926, which captured the disillusionment of post-war youth. Literary fame and adventure, 1926 to 1939. Continued writing novels and short stories that defined American literature. A Farewell to Arms, 1929, became a major success, solidifying his reputation. Moved to Key West, Florida, where he wrote To Have and Have Not, 1937. Reported on the Spanish Civil War, 1936 to 1939, and wrote For Whom the Bell Tolls, 1940, which became one of his most acclaimed works. World War II and later years, 1940 to 1960. Married 4 times and lived in various places, including Cuba. Worked as a war correspondent during World War II, witnessing the D-Day landings and the liberation of Paris. Wrote The Old Man and the Sea, 1952, which won the Pulitzer Prize, 1953, and contributed to his Nobel Prize in Literature, 1954. Suffered from depression, alcoholism, and multiple injuries. Moved back to the U.S. as his health declined. Death and legacy, 1961 present. Struggled with mental illness and underwent electroshock therapy. On July 2, 1961, he died by suicide in Ketchum, Idaho. Left behind a lasting literary legacy with posthumous works like A Movable Feast, 1964, and Islands in the Stream, 1970, published later. Considered one of the most influential American writers of the 20th century, known for his minimalist prose, themes of masculinity, war, and existential struggle.